All right, tuning in to BBC Podcast. Your boy Tunchi right here. We're going to go ahead and interview Ms.
Lolly.
And got my boy JC right here. We're going to go ahead and set everything up and get everything going.
All right. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. All right, let's start off with your name, your age, your dating status. What do you do for a living? And what city are you from?
My name is Lolly. I'm 32. I'm from San Bernardino, California. Currently, I'm more so branching over to being more of an entrepreneur. Originally, I'm a commercial driver.
Okay.
And your city?
I'm from San Bernardino.
I'm San Bernardino. Is where you're residing right now, or?
No, I'm located in Victorville.
Okay, that's what's up.
All right. We're going to go ahead and lead off with how long have you been single?
I would say
Uh-oh.
it's maybe it's been a couple months.
Couple months?
Yeah.
Couple months since your last relationship or a couple months?
Okay.
A couple months since your last relationship or last dude you was just talking to?
The last dude I was talking to.
Okay.
So it's like a back and forth kind of thing, off and on, or?
Yeah, it was more of an off and on.
Okay.
And what were the reasons that you left him or he left you?
I feel like it was more so me.
Mm-hmm.
I came from a 6-year relationship. So I guess I just wanted to do it different this time. I didn't want to try to commit too soon like I did any other relationship. I just wanted to give myself a chance.
Okay.
And being that it's a back and forth thing, it's more your choice or his choice?
I think it's both.
So it's a
Mutual agreement?
Yeah.
some kind of toxicity thing going on? Or?
Nothing like that.
What did he do wrong?
I wouldn't say it was more so me. I feel like it was more so me. I wasn't trying to commit. I didn't want to really open up, but I still wanted to have fun without commitment.
Without the rules and regulations?
Without rules. I'm independent, so I don't want to deal with someone telling me where to go, what to do, and just how to live my life. I wanted to be the one that make that decision.
So being that you say you're independent, like, does he meet your requirements? Being that, like, you make your own money and you kind of not say you don't need him, but you don't need him financially.
I don't need him financially, so that kind of.
Is there like a burden in between there? Does he make less than you or make as much as you?
Like a wage gap?
I don't think it's a wage gap. I feel like he's more of a bad boy. I could see that he is a problem, but I feel
So is it more like
So you can see he for the streets.
he's from the streets. So I see that he ain't ready to commit or settle down. I'm not, and I'm not going to pressure anyone. So
okay? So it's an agreement though. It's not like you guys hiding anything from each other.
yeah.
Okay. So would you say you're dating right now, or are you just on that mode like I'm working on myself type of mode?
Currently, I'm not dating. I'm
By choice or just?
Yeah, by choice.
Okay.
For sure, by choice.
So any guys that are coming right now, you curving them or?
Curving is by
It's a
now.
curve. It's real
Tell everybody, nah, I got a man. I ain't talking to nobody.
It's real bad. I feel bad curving people.
Have you curved anybody that's potential? Like maybe.
Like, have you actually been feeling someone and curved them?
Yeah.
Just because the timing? It's just like
What was the reasons behind that?
Because I'm not ready.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So if say this period of time goes by and like you're done working on yourself and you kind of got yourself together, you ready to step into another relationship, like what would you name? What are 3 potential like marks for a man to meet your qualification?
I had to say, I don't know, somebody about their business.
So mean ambitious?
I guess so. Ambitious. I'm into bad boys.
Okay. The look or what they do for a living, like how they hustle. You more into the hustle or you more into the look?
Not so much as look, it's just how they carry themselves. Like they've been through a lot, but they overcome it. But if you test them, they can go back
Okay.
to it.
Okay. So you want somebody that's like
Not with that
He
bullshit.
can protect me.
yeah, can protect
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay. I can protect you. All right. And what would your last one be?
I'm more so interested in more so an entrepreneur.
Okay. So it doesn't matter. He can make his money anyway. He can make it on the streets. He can make it having a business. He can.
As long as he got money.
Anyway,
can
as
make it
long
anyway.
as you know, he don't have to rely on me.
Okay. So, say while you still shopping and you still looking for a potential boyfriend, what are 3 qualifications somebody can be like? He ain't boyfriend material, but
I'll still fuck with him.
I'll still mess with him. Like he can get time of the day, maybe on some sneaky link type of deal. Like what would you consider?
Oh,
I mean, if it's gonna be a sneaky link, all that type of stuff wouldn't even
Matter?
So it wouldn't even matter. I mean, something.
As long as you,
like, he gotta-
as long as you
he
attracted
gotta-
to him.
He got to look good.
He
He got to
just
have a
gotta-
certain kind of height. Like what are those
Of course,
qualifications?
well, you gotta have swag.
Okay, so
I go
style.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a sneaky link,
Okay.
this is basic.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
basically
yeah, yeah.
attraction.
Qualification.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta have swag.
So that's swag as being at how he carries himself
how
or
he
his
carry
gear.
himself.
Okay.
How he dress, how he
Yeah.
act.
Everybody
Personality.
shop at different places,
Yeah.
so I like different stuff. So
Okay. So his income don't matter?
income
Being that you're just gonna be hooking up with him, like
does matter.
it still does matter. All right.
Still gotta have money.
Okay. But how can he show you he has money though without giving you the bullshit? You gonna feed off of his gear, his
If
car?
he has his own place.
Okay.
He has a car. You know, that type of stuff.
Any type of car, it don't matter. He can drive a Toyota, he can drive a BMW, he gotta drive
As long as he can come get you.
Not too low.
not too low.
I like foreigns.
Okay.
Like BMWs.
Okay.
And up.
So 4. I'll get you. And then lastly, could he be non-sociable? Like, can he be like not out
I'm
there like
okay
that?
with somebody that's discreet.
Okay.
So his Instagram don't have to be popping for you to talk to him.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Would you talk to him? Would you give him time of day if you don't see that he's getting like a lot of girls be beating on his door all the time like that? Like, does that make him more attractive that he gets girls, or does you prefer
think it
that he
matter.
don't? It don't matter.
So when a
I
dude
wouldn't
gives you his
judge
name,
someone if they are beating down a door or not. I can't judge you based off of that.
Okay.
so when you meet a guy and he gives you your name, you don't hurry up and look up his Instagram like,
Now,
oh man, he only got like 200 subs. Like, nah, I'm cool.
I don't go. Me personally, I'm kind of new to the social media, so I don't go right off the back off of how many he have. I'm kind of looking. What are you on here doing?
Okay.
How are
Okay.
you?
That's good. So
Okay.
I mean, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good
no,
thinking
that's
about
good,
that.
yeah.
Most women don't do that.
They just look at the, oh no, he got
They'll look
like,
at a couple of pictures. Look at
he
what
got
status what he's
500,
holding.
he got 2,000 subs. Oh, he lit.
Okay.
Because it can be somebody, with 300 that's really doing something.
Mm-hmm.
He just ain't tapped into the right people to,
That's
put
true.
him out there.
With his network and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Let's move on to. Speaking of curving, like, you ever curve a guy and keep him, say, they call women always have like a guy friend, like potential, not right now, but you friend zone them for the meantime.
Yeah, most of them are still in the friend zone. I don't know. Most guys, they still linger around.
Yeah.
So
But do you really think men can be friends with women?
yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
And
So even though the dude tried to press up on you and he got turned down, and you just put him in the friend zone, like, all right, I'm gonna hang out here until she's about ready, or I catch her
it's
going through
either
something.
all- I don't know. It's like you either wanted a friendship or nothing.
But don't you think the guy approaches a woman to not like to gain her first, like as potential hooking up or a girlfriend or something?
9
like
times
that?
out of 10, when a guy approaches you, he thinking about smashing. He ain't thinking about let's be friends.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, but if you get turned down by somebody that you're really interested in, would you, if she be like, oh, I just want to be friends, and we could, she still tap in with you, it does make somebody day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He would
but
still-
you don't think that leads the guy on to think like, man, I still have a shot.
you can't
She
say-
kicked it with me yesterday. We went out to eat
Honestly,
yesterday.
You don't think most women like keep guys around to be
For
on
the
some-
benefits?
Yeah, for the benefit.
Like I know he gonna take me to go get something to eat real quick, so I ain't even tripping. I know he gonna pay for it. I know I ain't tripping.
There are those.
So guys that just be like, pretty much like just spending money and spending time and just they hoping to get like something back in return.
There are those that do exist.
Now, do you keep the same? Do you like lead them on to get those things, or do you just stay the same? Like, nah, I'm your friend. I'm this. I'm that.
Myself, but I feel like is that situation.
So, in your phone, do you have marked down like this is Tony? He gets me tacos. Oh, that means yeah.
She belongs to the streets.
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
Oh, this is Pizza Rob right here. We gonna go get some pizza tonight. Don't trip.
I've had a few.
Okay.
It's
And then the guys ever like they've been in the friend zone for a while, and all of a sudden they come and just slide it in, catch you on a bad day, and or heard you like you broke up with your dude, and still shoot another shot again, and get right up in there.
Surprise, motherfucker.
and it seems more of a aggressive tone at
Mm-hmm.
this point because they know that. Okay, you've been
Yeah.
you've been ducking and dodging me for a while now, so I don't know. I just keep my stance. 'Cause
So, do you still consider those guys friends?
Knowing that
Knowing that they just trying to smash. Once they get that opportunity,
I don't think they friends, but I would like them to be friends.
So, do you still think men and women can be friends, even though knowing that the guy's intentions on the other end?
I do think so. If he can,
how do you think that would work? Being
if
true
he
friends.
can- if he can be grown and put all that to the side, it can happen.
Because he was being grown when he approached you. Because he wanted to smash. That's why he approached you.
But
Rather
how-
it was the first day or 2 months, he wanted. That was his objective to approach you.
So if I went to him for advice and we both, in agreement and we talk about, just typical stuff, it's like a friend. We're not talking about hooking up or
Well, it's because
confiding in you.
he's waiting. You've already turned him down, so now he's just
playing
waiting.
that part.
So if it's not a friend, what is it?
No, but you're looking at it as a friend. Like your objective, okay, he's a friend.
What would you call it?
What would I call it? I would call him. I would call it
Just
him waiting.
I call it a waiting
Just
game.
waiting his time for his chance. Like, okay, dang, she just broke up with her dude. All right, I might have a chance. Hey, what's up? You want to hang out? How you feeling? Oh, he broke your heart? Oh, girl, what's
Yeah,
up?
because the whole hanging out thing, like I don't know, I always said that like a man can't be hanging out with like the woman if his intentions are to sleep with her, because 9 times out of 10 that's why he spoke to you from the get go.
Oh, so you feel like it wouldn't? That's not a friend,
Yeah,
basically.
basically not a friend because he's sitting back and waiting. Yeah, he gonna do some things for you because that throws a number on his notch. Like, hey man, Tony did like 3 things for me, so he kind of there. Like, he
Dang,
might be
he
potential.
was there when I broke
Yeah.
up with dude. He took me out. He made me smile. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
That's how that worked.
Just
No, a lot
waiting
of-
for that chance to be like,
No, a lot of girls don't see
you
it.
drop
that way.
your guard, and he like, I'm in there.
Well, when you put it that way, I get it. Technically, you're a vulture.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Just showing a man's insight, you know what I'm saying? Feeding it to you, you're a woman, so we're just trying to show you that's what it kind of
That's
is.
what it truly is.
Especially if you're an attractive woman.
Yeah.
Like, so,
I mean, you're not ugly, so people gonna be approaching you on some, like, hey, what's up?
yeah. And just a waiting game, especially if they see other girls, you still, shit, I got a homegirl over here that potential, like it's potential. So,
Especially if they're not getting play from anybody else, but you hitting them up to, hey, let's go chill. Cool. No other girls paying attention to me.
Always available.
all right, just a little schooling for that subject. But so say on when you're done with your building yourself and you figure out where you want to be at and you have space for a new guy, what is a potential for like a man that you going to settle down with?
Like, what do you look for in the guy that you want?
Like
Not the guy that you're gonna date, like, and just hook up with. What's the
I'm not
qualification for the guy that you want and you see yourself in the future with?
yeah.
I'm not too big on like looks and all that.
Okay.
So if an ugly dude approach you, you gonna hope for the
It
good
does-
personality,
I
or
don't
you gonna?
care about that type of stuff. It gotta be the vibe. Like I will deal with somebody that's ugly, but he has his life together.
So being that like attractive is like what male and female, that they first look, that's their first eye thing that catches them. So say if you ain't really looking at looks, how can he get your attention? What is his next thing he
It
can
just
do?
gotta be the conversation, the vibe, and then
Where his mindset
see
is at?
Yeah, we'll see where that goes. I like somebody that can make me laugh. And
Okay, so somebody fun.
just somebody that's spontaneous and fun. It don't necessarily gotta be.
I'm not just sitting at
I
home
feel
watching
like
Netflix
looks
all day.
is for little kids.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, because it's more of a
Mental thing.
mental thing and a cliche thing. It's just what the most
Yeah.
typical thing is when somebody they judge people off.
And low key, kind of like a cloud thing. Like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
walking with.
Okay, so if you can find that man and he chooses you, what are the qualities that you think you need to carry to keep him? How could you keep that dream man? Like you finally found the man with all the qualities, has the right money, right jokes, right perseverance, ambition,
Everything you looking for,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has. What do you bring to the
How do
table?
you keep him from staring off at other women?
I feel like whenever I'm ready to settle down, I want to have my own money, my own businesses, and just I'm the spontaneous type, so I just want him to, be comfortable with, me as a person, and I don't know, somebody that can handle me. And
So being that you on your little independent grind,
just
when you get that man that you want, that you truly want, is it gonna be like, are you still gonna feel like I'm independent, blah blah blah, you don't have to do
Like what-
nothing,
like-
or is it gonna be, nah, we split things, or is it gonna be like, nah, you gotta take care of me, man, like?
50-50?
it's,
Or how,
it's
how's
gonna
it?
be 50-50
Okay.
for sure.
So he take you to a restaurant, he like, oh man, I forgot my wallet, like, can you get it?
Like, you gonna handle the tab?
He's my man.
You're not
so-
gonna look at him like, this broke motherfucker, man.
No, because I'm already know what time it is.
Okay,
you
okay.
know,
So what if someone did that you didn't want, like a first date? You went out and he like, oh man, like I forgot my wallet.
I feel like I'ma still pay for it, but I wouldn't deal with you again.
You wouldn't call him again, like
So
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So he still has to keep the traditional traits, being like taking care of you, looking after you, protecting you, and all the other stuff like that. And the money you don't mind sharing, or your money is yours and his money is yours.
I don't mind sharing the money, but if ever he, start doing that, I'm the type I will help out.
Okay, so you'll carry it for how long?
How long would you carry to help him out until you're like,
Say he was on
hey,
the
look,
social-
motherfucker, you gotta do something,
Guess
man.
it just depends on what he's doing or what he's trying to pursue. You never know how long that takes.
Mm.
How long you let him
But
his dream?
I'm
he
not the
tryna-
type that's gonna just continue.
Like if he been trying to rap for 10 years and it still ain't going nowhere, how long you gonna put up with that as his career opportunity?
I'm gonna give him options. Like you can still do that, but there's other ways where you can make money.
Like you gotta take your ass to work, but you still can rap on your own time.
You can. You can get a 9 to 5 and still do that.
Okay.
All right. And so how many? So you just new to social media, right? Being a little bit since you had your Instagram, say
About a year. A little over
about a year, say per month, how many random shoot your shot type of DMs do you get? Random guys, somebody.
How many
following
people are
somebody
hitting you
page,
up like
following your
sliding in
page?
your DM like, yo, what's up, girl?
I've never took the chance to actually calculate.
So that means they're all unseen, usually unread.
Most
So you got-
half of them go to the spam section, and then the other, I have them in a whole another category.
And how long in that category? How long does it take you to actually go through those guys? Like, you know,
Now, what would it take for you to check it? Like, you without checking the message. I don't even know if it's possible, but is it possible for you to check out somebody's Instagram without looking at their message?
Unless I search that person.
Yeah. So, like, say if you search, how often you do that? There's 20 DMs in there. Like, how many do you be like? I ain't gonna show them.
you see the picture and you're like, you know what? Let me check his Instagram.
I do all of them.
Oh, okay.
Just because you never know who it is.
Okay.
So I'd say, I don't know. It's
So
at least one every other day.
when you check the DMs and you check their profile, what's a red flag where you're like, oh no, I ain't fucking with him?
If it's somebody he's in their photo with his girl, I come across that a lot.
All the time.
That's
They
crazy.
and they still be trying to holler at you.
It's common.
That's
They're
crazy.
with
City
the
boy,
girl.
city boy.
That's
All right.
What else? Is there anything else?
What else is a red flag? You like, I ain't gonna give him time of day.
Give me like 3 or 4 things.
What is it you see on an Instagram that like you see that way our followers
You'll look
know?
through it and you'll be like,
Yeah.
oh no, I ain't fucking with that.
So our followers will know, like, man, you coming at a girl, man. That don't do that on your page.
I come across people, they probably got like 2 followers.
So the number of followers is
It
like a
kind
no-no.
of does because
Okay.
people, I've been coming across fake pages.
Mm.
So I look out for that type of stuff. It kind of matters. It kind of don't, because I came across people with probably 20-some thousand followers and they're fake followers. So it's like the followers kind of matter. Then again, it really don't, because they can be paid for followers.
Okay.
So what about in their pictures? When they're taking pictures, what are you like? Oh no, you shouldn't do that in the picture, or nah, I ain't fucking with that. Or the storyline of videos.
I don't like the guys that
She
they
leaned
kind
back.
of
She was like-
have issues with women,
As far as what?
as far as just
Try to control women, like misogynistic stuff, or
Or just on some assholes?
Give me an
it's a
example.
word for it. It's hard for me to say the word, but
Give us an example.
a man that
a
does
guy
what?
tried to come at me, but he was saying, I don't like females that always have no clothes on and you still ain't in a relationship. But it's like it's photos and it's like posts similar to that type of stuff. But it's like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
So do you feel like, obviously, like how you like to dress freely, however it is, you feel like your style, whatever it is you want to show. If you had a man, you still dress the same way you do, or do you?
He has
Would you
to
still
be
post the same
okay.
pictures?
He has to be okay with it.
So
Would you be okay with it if he did that same thing? Like if he works, let's say he works out, goes to the gym, and he's sitting there taking pictures with his shirt off, abs showing, chest showing.
If
That's
how I
cool.
met him, then it should be cool.
Okay.
If he
Okay.
just started
So-
doing it, then it's like,
So the way he is like you gonna take him as it's come. He takes you as you come. You take you
Yeah.
as you come. And he has to know. He has to be okay with, secure with it, to be able to know that, hey, this is how I am. This I'm your girl, and this is how I'm gonna show
Yeah.
myself. Okay.
So if you start deferring from that, like let's say you start posting like more risque type of stuff, and he's like, hey, I ain't cool with that. Would you stop?
I will still take his,
Opinion.
opinion, into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
But this is who I was when you met me.
Yeah, basically, I agree with that. So the
And
man.
all that plays a part in the whole controlling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like you said, like if the man sees you, like he was attracted to that
You
from the
were
get go. That's how
Yeah,
you.
that's what attracted him to
Yeah.
you.
So he should remain that way the whole time, trying to like change you up. That relationships don't last that way when you're trying to change somebody. You could flex for somebody and adjust a little bit, but changing somebody, you should have went for somebody different from the get go, from jump. Like you were attracted to the wrong thing. If he was attracted to you just to hook up with you, he should have just told you from the get go that, all right, let's just keep this a fling. But to hook up with you and just, man, I'm gonna take you from this top and try
And
to put you in a covered up
change you
dress.
all around.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that's some
it's
sucker shit.
guys. They don't like makeup. They don't like nails. They don't like wigs. They don't. But this is who makes somebody's identity.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's part of their themselves and their beauty. It's the way that they are. Like like women are main consumers of like all like anything that has to do with cosmetic stuff. So it's just like it's what it's for. It's to attract the opposite sex.
I don't know if isn't well for me. It's not really to attract anyone. I just do it because it makes me happy as a person, you know. And if ever you see me without my hair or something done, then you gotta know that I must be going through something.
But
You know?
man, for the most part, you keep yourself upkept though. Like you won't go outside.
You know,
without-
it's more of a self-esteem.
yeah, to
type
make
of
you
thing.
feel better for yourself. I get it.
So you always keep yourself on point.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. Being that so many different guys are in your DMs, random dudes, some of them you checking, some of them you're not. Can you tell our followers, in your opinion, what are men doing wrong that can't get women? Like the average man. Say like, how could the average man do better? The guy that's only making like 40K saying makes $15 to $20 an hour.
Like the guy that works at Walmart, how can he talk to you?
Yeah. Does he have a chance, or he doesn't have a chance? Like what steps does he need to take better to be able to get your
I'm
attention?
not judging if you work at Dollar General.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what gets me is that you're all about your money and you're all about handling your business and responsibility.
So if you make more than him, that's not going to affect anything.
It's not.
So say a year goes by and you're with him, he's still at Walmart. Like he ain't gonna bother you that he hasn't went to a manager position or try to look for something better. That he's just still there. He don't matter. You guys,
Like he's content with that job. Like,
rent's
I'm cool.
$1,500. He splits $750. You get your $750, and he just still.
I don't think I would be with somebody like that, but
Why is that?
I don't know. Like, I'm more so into like how can we self-build.
Okay.
You know, when I'm with somebody, it's more so what could we do to, you know, elevate. And if I'm seeing signs that you don't want to elevate or grow, then I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna leave. You know, whether it's
So
gonna
what's
hurt me.
what's the time ticket on that? Like how long are you gonna stick around before he don't do better?
I was with somebody for some years. That you know,
With some years.
Years.
Did he keep on telling you that he was gonna do
6
better,
years.
and
6
he
years.
never did better?
It wasn't so much that he was saying he wanted to do better. It was more so that
He didn't show you.
he was content with.
Just settling. He
what
never
this-
wanted more.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like you don't go out of a certain county type.
Yeah, he
I
just stuck
know
the way he
that
is. You do the
you're
same thing every day,
content.
make the same amount of money, and it don't bother him. He's just
Yeah.
content, like not driven.
He knows he has you. He ain't tripping. Like she cool with the job. I ain't got to go nowhere. That type stuff.
Yeah. And then it's like when you supporting someone and you love them, like you're not about to just leave immediately.
Yeah, you give 'em
That's
chances.
like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
so on the gold digger side.
Yeah, but most women nowadays,
All right,
like,
on that side.
it's just like everybody wants to make their own money. It's cool, you make your own money, I make my own money, but like for the most part, biologically, like the woman wants to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
And
that's how it's
regardless of how much she
supposed to
makes,
be
that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
traditionally, you know.
Yeah.
But times is changing.
a lot.
I feel like social media perceives this
You
image.
think- do you think that it
we
promotes?
do want this.
Do you
dude
think
for
social
money,
media
but-
kind of ruined the dating game?
Yeah.
As in,
Because
why do you feel? Do you feel like it makes more women feel like they can?
They're entitled to
yeah, they're
more.
entitled to stuff.
yeah, they advertise. They advertise as if anybody working a 9 to 5, you don't qualify.
Yeah.
You don't got enough. You know.
So most of you say like you got 4 or 5 friends. Will they give somebody one more time a day, or they like nah, the dude he got to
Yeah.
be hustling, doing his own thing, or he got to own a business?
They'll probably make it seem like they want to do with the business, but on the low, they're with the dude with the 9 to 5.
Will
That's just
Will they
what's
leave the
going on.
guy that's doing the 9 to
But
5
most
for the?
definitely,
Yeah.
They probably deal with both of them.
Okay. All right. That actually leads on to the next question of being that like while you're just in the dating stage trying to find out who you seeing, how many guys are in your queue that you get that good morning every day? While you're in the dating stage, everybody's obligated. You're not committed to nobody. Like,
So pretty much how many guys do you talk to at one time?
Okay.
Not sleep with or anything like that, but how many guys do you deal with at one time?
so pretty much you're scouting them out, and then a couple days went by, a week. I ain't feeling him. He'll get cut out. I'll leave 3 dudes left. This guy's potential, and like,
Currently, there's probably one, but
one.
She belongs to the streets.
Barely, probably.
Sure.
Because I'm on the fence of just not even talking to anyone, period. It's probably one.
What's your reasoning behind not talking? Like, if you hit that stage, what's the reason for you not wanting to talk to anyone?
That's the one that we spoke about. We were on and off.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So right now, nobody's came in your DMs. That's potential.
Oh, potential. No, it's red flags. But when you're not even like trying to pursue them, it's like, how can you judge a red flag?
True.
So that goes on to, have you ever, like recently, say within the last 3 months, have you turned somebody down that he's potential, but you kind of didn't want to because you're unsure?
Yeah.
What was the reason behind that? What made you turn him down, even though at one point he's a potential?
I'm just not trying to get into the whole relationship thing.
Is that the reason you gave him, or do you give him another reason?
It was for me and him. But
What if he was okay with just seeing you, dating you, take you out,
Like, we ain't got to be in a relationship. I just like chilling with you.
I want to hang out with you, take you out on dinners and stuff like that, and hang out with you, get time with you.
I don't know if I get bored enough.
So you have to be bored.
But it gets exhausting. Like, I have more important things to do.
Okay. So right now, you more energy, put time into yourself versus like something that might not go nowhere.
Trying to build your own self up.
Yeah.
And the potential guy you're going back and forth with right now, what would you name? I guess not to say too much, not permanent things that could be fixed. Like, since you're going back and forth with them, it's potential he could go back and you guys could be something. But what's red flags right now? Why you guys aren't together?
Gangbangs.
So just because he's in the streets? But you said you want somebody that's in like.
You say you like the street dude.
Yeah, the street dude.
A street dude is okay, but if I feel like you might not make it home one day because of your lifestyle, then
So you in too deep.
you in too deep.
Okay.
When we first started talking, he was saying like, "Oh, I want to change," but as we talking,
As it progresses, he got deeper in it.
you're not showing signs of you want to change.
No progression.
No progression.
So pretty much, if he doesn't ever change that route, he don't have no
You
potential.
can't. You ain't gonna deal with him.
It's no potential.
So what about the street dude that you like? What makes you like the street dude versus the square dude that just goes works a job, comes home?
It just seemed kind of boring.
So you need some type of excitement.
I will deal
Like,
with someone with a 9 to 5, but at least let's do something.
what do you mean do something? Like
Let's
get
go
out
somewhere.
Or, like, how active do you want to be? Like with the guy, like you want to see him out?
Like out of 7 days, like one day at the house, 6 days on doing something, or
as long as
you're doing something. Okay.
Okay. So being the street dude, like active for you and doing something that's still you out on the block hanging out with him or hanging out with him and his boys, like.
We go in places.
Like take you out to eat, go to the beach,
We go to the beach, or we go into events. Or
Okay, all right.
just
So,
doing different things.
Lifestyle. So somebody that could provide like a lifestyle and just being like out.
Yeah. I feel like too much in the house, it does mess with your mental health.
Yeah, I get you. Mm-hmm. So actually you kind of just answered it. Because I'll say what he could do right now to change and to get you out of that stage of just going back and forth, is it him being in the streets or is it him being more ambitious? Can he still be in the streets but be more hustling, more ambitious at the moment? Would that gain you back?
or more spontaneous with you taking you out types things, doing stuff.
So right now the no-go is the street.
So he too deep in the streets for you to.
Too deep. It's really no helping us.
So somebody that's not in the streets right now, but has his own business, has his swag, you know what I'm saying, his gear and everything's good, has good social media, like you see he has good connections, he networks with everybody real good. Could he get your attention right now?
Possibly I'll hear him out, but I've been through that before. You know, I've shifted over from
From the
let me
streets to
try
the
go
working man
to
and
a
everything.
working man school. But he was worse than
How so? Tell me.
a gigolo.
What?
Because he gets
Explain, please
Does he have more
explain.
options? He has women on him.
It
or-
was discrepancies after discrepancies.
What are the discrepancies?
Yeah, name the red flags. What was
There
it?
was hidden females everywhere. It's like you
And you don't think the guy from the streets had the same thing? You just didn't know
You don't
about
think
it?
he attracts women just as much as
I
like?
feel like the street dude was more honest than the
Oh, okay.
the dude. He goes to church. He works a 9 to 5. He's this, caring. He's respectable.
But he got a
It
phone
was
full of hoes
a
and
curveball for me because I'm thinking, let me just leave the street dudes alone and try to do something different. He goes to college. He works. And he was raised in a good home, and it does not matter.
Okay. So right now, being, what's the longest relationship you have?
Almost 7 years
straight through or on and off?
straight.
You have any kids or?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the relationship with the
Baby's father?
kids there?
He still wants to be with me.
Okay. Does he affect your dating? Do the new guy coming in, or do they have to be worrying about the baby's dad all the time?
They should be worried.
So is it potential that he can get you back?
There's no potential.
So why
But
should
they
he worry?
should be worried because he wants to still be with me.
Okay. So how much of that do you allow, that him interfering with your relationship, saying you with the guy, 5 months go by and like, obviously you got to come see his kids or whatever it is you got going on, that you guys have an agreement for your family to still, still work. Like, do you let the new guy know, like, hey, let me deal with him by myself, like don't interfere? Do you let the new guy know that he still try to get at me, but I ain't paying attention to him, but I'm letting you know he still gets with me, or you don't say that he tries to get with me at all?
I haven't said he tries to get at me at all. I kind of keep that separate because he still comes first when it comes to parenting.
Yeah.
But I'm still kind of respectable because I'm just not about to just hop into a relationship and kind of throw it in his face. I'm still considerate of his feelings because I know how he feels about me.
Okay.
But there is a clock on it. I'm not about to just hide my personal life,
Yeah.
So eventually you will know who I'm with.
Okay.
I'm
So how
just
long
giving
do you
them
date a dude?
time.
How long do you date a guy before you let him know that, like, let him see you or know that you gotta go?
It was a couple of years.
Couple years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta know that it's serious.
That he gonna stick around. He gonna be there.
Yeah, especially I know nowadays, man, like a lot of women, like, man, they probably be seeing some dude for like 2-3 months and just let him come to the house, hanging out with the kids, knowing that a dude previously was only hanging out like maybe like 4 or 5 months
He
ago.
worries about that, but I feel like part of that is just his own insecurities.
Yeah. I mean, being a man,
But
nobody
it's
wants
like
else. Huh?
eventually I will find somebody.
Yeah,
Just
he has to
not
be
yet.
good.
Yeah.
But eventually it is gonna happen.
Okay. Is there anything that you do that you know you shouldn't that makes him think that he can get you back? Or you make it 100% clear that,
Like, we not gonna be together. We just here for
Still try to
parenting.
be friends with him.
so you make things
But
cool, just to keep things
I feel
cordial?
like the friend thing ain't in his head.
Okay.
He not seeing the friend part. He just
No,
seeing,
he's
I'm gonna
not.
get you back one day.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think being nice to him don't kind of help the situation?
No.
Okay. All right. And let me see. For the future, like, man, when he does come through, how would you explain that to your kids' dad? Like, let them know that, like, me and him about to get married.
This
Like,
is my situation. It's gonna be my situation.
how would you
that to them?
explain for women to let that situation? I'm pretty sure a lot of women have the same type of situation that you have. Like, their ex is still trying to get with them. You guys have a connection with the kids. It's not easy like a regular boyfriend girlfriend thing, and you just break it off and you can just cut them off because you guys have kids. So you guys have to like see each other or communicate some type of way, and then being that the ex still wants to get with you, and you have this permanent guy that you've been looking for, and you finally found him. How do you
Get that to
address
work?
that? Yeah.
It's a little difficult.
Have you had that yet? Like,
I've had it. It didn't really go so well. So I would like it to everyone, kind of meet cordially, because of course kids have birthdays and
Yeah.
Thanksgivings, and eventually
And both dudes gonna want to be there.
we can
for
all coexist in the same room. But sometimes that don't work out.
okay,
But I can't say how would I introduce it, but it's like if you see me with this guy for over 3 or 4 or 5 years, eventually you should know that
3 birthdays, 4 birthdays gone by, and it's the same
we're
dude at
about
the
to
birthday
get
party.
serious.
Yeah.
okay. Let's see.
So in that situation, was it the baby's father that was the problem, or was it the new dude?
I think it's the baby father, but at the same time, the new dude, I guess guys,
I mean, because the new dude's not gonna want to be a bitch, and the dad
Basically.
is not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be some tension.
It's something like that. It's more so the testosterone.
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
thing.
I'll get it like a claim stake. I mean,
Yeah.
you his woman,
Like-
regardless of whoever had you before.
Yeah.
Something I couldn't explain.
Well, because a lot of guys think that once they have a kid with you, that you're theirs forever.
Yeah, it's something like that. But females, we don't do that type of stuff. We want to see, okay, this who you dealing with, okay.
So how do you feel about your ex having a new woman? Like, does he bring her around your kids or anything, or has he?
He has, but I feel like I go off of who she is. Is she also giving you good advice, and how can she help you as far as parenting? And I don't know. It's a lot. I've been through a difficult situation when it comes to something like that. My exes have been with certain toxic females, so I'm not the type that'll interfere with their relationship. I want to see what can we do to better the kids.
Okay.
So
You about that combined family type thing, or you keep your stuff in your
I'm
side?
okay with it as long as we have boundaries.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to y'all on a regular, but
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it comes to events, we should be able
To deal with each
Communicate.
other, everything should be cordial.
Yeah.
And for dating now, like how you said, like how social media is messing up the whole thing. Do you feel like women are chasing the same type of men? Say that high roller status, got the car, everything, and no women give the average guy the chance. Went in there, made your sandwich at Subway. You go there for lunch like every few days and stuff like that, and he always trying to shoot his shot, but you just completely ignoring him, and ideally in your mind you worry about the guy that has a nice job, nice car, and he's trying to get at you, or the guy's hustling on the street and always been trying to get at you, but you waiting, it's not time yet. Like, what are guys doing wrong that like they can't get like the woman's attention?
I don't know what he's doing wrong, but personally, I feel like the average guy isn't being advertised. They are getting chances, and the chances are slim because you might get someone that you don't want.
But the average guy that's getting a chance, is it because like the woman's settling and she lowering her standards? Like, I feel like this dude's been bugging me so much, I guess I'll give him a chance because I can't get the shot with the other dude because he got so many women hitting him up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a big possibility.
Do you think it's more like less aggressive dudes and more yes men? Like, just asking you, what do you want? What do you want to eat? And this and that, and just doing whatever you say as a yes, instead of him being a leader. Like, hey, look, I'm gonna pick you up today. We're gonna go over here and we gonna do this and we doing this. They plan the day out and they do everything for you. Versus a guy just asking you like,
What do you want to do?
Yeah,
what do you want to eat? Where do you want to go?
Me, I would not. I don't give guys that chances that would be like, what do you want to do? I don't know. I want somebody that
It's like a leader that has ambition. Like, let's go.
Tells you like, hey, we about to go
we
here.
going somewhere.
I'm about to come pick you up. We're going to the beach. I'm about to come pick you up. We're going to eat.
I feel like I was with someone, I had to plan everything.
Okay.
So I want somebody that be like, get dressed.
Be going here today.
Be going
Like,
here.
you'll be home 6 o'clock. I'm picking you up. Like,
You
we just
know?
go.
So I still kind of like traditional as
Yeah. So like a man that's probably more likely, high likely, like an alpha that's going to lead and just be a leader and just take the situation. And for, not to say yourself, but say your friends that are dating majority of the time, do you think a lot of women lie about their body count?
I can't answer that because nowadays who really asks? Who really cares about it?
If a man were to ask, would you
be honest?
be honest, or would you curve it and say the same thing right now? Like,
I
who
would be
matters?
like, what does it even matter?
But what if it does matter to the man?
Because a
It
lot of
depends if I even want to deal with you. If I really want to deal with you, I would answer that question.
Okay. So
I ain't came across anyone since probably high school that even asked that question.
no men you ever came across ever worries about who you've been with last or anything?
you
like
don't
that?
care about the man's body count.
I just care if you got experience and
What you dealing with? Me and you dealing with.
Yeah.
So what if you know the guy really don't have too much experience? He only been with like 3 girls. Like, does he have a chance? Say he falls in all the other categories: gear, swag, aggression, takes the lead and everything. But you find out he ain't been with too many chicks. Like, so
I don't think it would be a problem.
so even though his sexual experience ain't really there, you still.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a problem.
In your head, you like, I could teach him some things. Or,
Possibly.
And what if after a couple times experiencing stuff with him and it don't
change. It's
Yeah.
just still on that unexperienced level.
How long do you stick around before you're trying to teach him and it just ain't getting there? Would you don't think you would
We probably wouldn't get nowhere, you know.
but you would give him the chance though?
Yeah, I would.
But if it doesn't change, then it's a deal breaker.
It is. I probably, if I get extremely, extremely desperate, then
But what would it take to get to that point? I mean, being social media nowadays, women have a lot of choices now. An average
You wake
woman
up with 100
you
DMs
got
from.
choices, but it's like you go for whoever you're comfortable with. It's always choices, but we go for whoever we got that connection with.
How do you know you have that
Over-
connection with that person if you just seen them from a DM?
Well, you're not in the cut, basically. Like I would choose somebody over someone that I've had more, we've bonded, or there's guys I would choose over just a random.
Okay. So nowadays it's 2022. You prefer cold approach, like guy just meets you at the gas station, come up to you, start a conversation or anything like that, or you prefer?
Here's my Instagram. Here's my.
Yeah.
I'm okay with whatever.
So it don't matter. It don't matter if he
So
gets
if
you
he
at the
walks
gas
up to
station
you on the street and asks for your number, that's cool.
Does the same guy have the same potential of getting you that walks up to the gas station and somebody sliding your DM, or is it more?
I think it's the same. It just depends how you approach me.
Okay.
You know. And it's like sometimes I'm more of the aggressive one.
So you
than
approach men? You'll tell a man. You'll tell a man that you think that he looks.
How did you approach the last man that you approached?
Um.
Like, what was the scenario? Set it up for us.
Well, there was a guy that kept watching my story over and over and over, but he had a private account, and I don't really follow people that I don't know.
Yeah.
But and then he kept liking all my photos and just being real noticeable. So I was like, "Are you going to introduce yourself, or are you just going to?"
Stop being a bitch.
All right. So where's that guy now? Did it work out?
We talk periodically, but I told him like, let me not lead you on.
Oh, okay. So did you get in, follow him, and see his page, and change your mind?
Yeah, I didn't change my mind.
Just seen what he was about and was like, nah, I'm straight.
No, I'm just not ready to meet nobody new.
Okay.
So I was just like,
So you just entertaining it because you're
it
bored?
was just entertainment because I was bored.
So how often do you think women just
Do that?
entertain the dude? But they know it ain't gonna go nowhere, but just I'll talk to him every now and then. He's texting good morning like
That
every
particular
day.
guy was probably about 4 days
What day?
Damn.
until I was like,
Stop texting me.
I'm gonna stop entertaining you because
Okay.
I don't want to, give you
False
hope
signals.
or anything like that. Eventually, you want to meet up. I'm not trying to do that.
What about you? Speaking of being bored and stuff, you ever gone on a date when you were bored? Like, man, I don't feel like being home. This dude's been hitting me up. I'm gonna go
I know he'll take me out, so
Yeah, he
fuck
pay
it.
for the meal. I'll go for the meal, movie, whatever like that.
I've done it before.
How often does that happen?
It's rare.
Really?
Every once in a while.
Okay.
I've done it before.
And that's strictly with people that you know that they don't even have a chance, but you know they'll take you out.
No, it was never that. These is those that they kind of wait on the sideline that's been waiting for a minute.
Like a
that
friend zone type of thing?
Yeah.
Or, okay. All right. Do you have two guy friends that would do mostly anything for you? You got a flat tire on the side of the road. It's 11 o'clock at night. He gonna get out of his bed and come change your tire?
Well, now that I know that guy friends don't exist, there is a guy that does that.
Okay. How often does that guy shoot his shot? How long he been around? How long he been the guy friend
He's
zone?
been around for some years.
For some years?
He's been in the friend zone the whole time.
Yeah,
And has he ever been in a relationship? Like he's had a girlfriend while you still been his friend?
yeah.
Does the girls know that?
You guys are friends and they're cool with that.
No,
Oh,
He don't tell them about you.
no.
okay.
Brings us back to our point. Do you think men could really be friends with chicks? If he didn't tell you about it, they ain't really your friend.
I mean, especially checking you out, man. He probably tells like, "Oh man, I got a homegirl. She got a flat tire." Like, his girl gonna be like, "The fuck?" Like, probably look at, man. I look at your Instagram and look at her like, man, she gonna go change her tire. Like, I don't think she'd be cool. with
Especially
that.
if you look better than her. He's like, oh, she look better than me. I know he gonna try to shoot his shot.
He's my homeboy.
Stop the cap.
He on there. He on the list. So, being that whole friend zone thing, you said he was there for some years.
Yeah.
You said 4 years, right?
And
Or
I
longer.
didn't necessarily say 4. He's been around for some years.
For some years,
Yeah.
and just still waited there this whole time.
Yeah.
How many?
When's the last time he shot his shot? That was noticeable. That you were like,
haven't-
wait a minute.
I feel like I can call on him for anything and he'll do it. If I'm stranded or if I'm out partying and all my girls need drinks, he'll show up and make sure that we're all
That
good.
you're all good. Yeah, he'll even come take care of the homegirls too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, being that he'll do all these extra things, why is he in the friend zone?
Because he's not my type.
Okay.
Does he actually know that he's not your type?
Yeah. Does he know the type of dudes that he sees that you with that he knows he ain't
I've
like? them?
never actually told him like you're not my type. I just never.
I mean, but doesn't he know about the dudes that you've been with, or he doesn't know?
Yeah, he's.
You tell, like, when you're dating someone, you tell him, like, oh, this is my dude. Da, da, da.
No, I've seen him at club events and stuff multiple times,
And he's seen you with other
sees
dudes.
me with, and
He hit you up right away, like, who
he'll
that?
Still come up and be like, "What's up?" We'll hug
Act like the
and,
homie and stuff.
and he'll go about his day. But
He hit you the next day, like, who was that?
yeah,
Man, all right, guys, you hearing this? Friend zone stuff, man. You're gonna be sitting there for a long ass time.
you are.
Oh, yeah.
So, being that a lot of guys do the whole video game thing today, is that a red flag for you? Someone that just wants to be home playing video games?
Would you even consider
I
that?
feel like if it's not, I don't have a problem with it.
'Cause, you know, a lot of people just be at home smoking, playing games. Like,
But if it's too many hours, it's a red flag.
You're not out doing nothing. Like,
Just-
you can be more productive or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm talking to you and you can't multitask, it is a problem.
What if they? Because some people do that on like TikTok and stuff like that make money off of that. Is that
That's
cool?
I will be sitting next to you playing the game with you.
Okay.
If we were both making an income from it, even if you were just doing it on your own, I would be okay with it.
That's what's up.
Okay. So, how are you with, like, kind of falls on the same thing, but like industry type dudes, guys that are trying to do music and produce and stuff like that? Like, do you
The
feel-
rapper producer guy.
Do you feel that's like a right time, right luck situation? It's not good for everybody. You have to be in the right place, right time. You might
Or
not.
is it like a dead end type thing, or is it just like,
No, I come across a lot of times.
or you look at it as a hobby?
A lot of stuff we do is hobbies. It's just can you master it?
Yeah.
But I come across a lot of people in the industry with talents, and I can see whether it's
Gonna go
wasting
somewhere.
their time or not.
Yeah. Do you tell them that? Like, you shouldn't probably be. It's a waste of time. You really can't rap.
I've never said that, but I've tried to give suggestions on how can you do better, and it's up to you whether you want to, take my advice or not.
Uh-huh. So, how often do you get, say, in a month? How often do you get out with your homegirls? You guys go out, dinner, girls' night out, whatever it is.
Once a month, every
Say
weekend.
The weekends.
Just a weekend? Every weekend?
It's happened.
Okay.
It's happening
It's happened.
4 weekends out of the month. How many weekends you going on?
on a regular.
I say 3. On a
3.
regular.
So you'll take one weekend off, be home.
Not really. It just something might happen to where
Okay.
I'll be like, well, I can't.
So pretty much. But
I had.
so if there's a function and you're available, you there.
If it's beneficial,
Okay. Uh-huh.
I want to show up to any function.
What about your homegirls out on a date and she needs you for the third wheel to come be entertain the homeboy that's coming along?
I'm kind of a little iffy on that.
If you honest, you don't really do it.
'Cause the chances is slim. I used to do it probably when I was
Was younger?
younger.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
Pull up and
I'm
like,
not
ah,
about
shit.
to act the way you want me to. If this was not even my choice, so.
So how do you feel about experience, your tolerance wise, about like, say when you're in your 20s versus like now you're older, like is there a lot more shit that you don't tolerate from guys that you've learned to learn?
Now, yeah, I speak my mind more often.
Okay, so you
even
feel
if
before
I
you used
don't
to
feel
be-
comfortable. Versus in my 20s, I gave people chances, even if
Like,
the
way
red
too many
flag
chances?
was there.
You'd ignore the red flag and be like, it'll go away or he'll change.
Not even so much that. It was for the moment type situation, and I wasn't thinking about, the consequences and, what things will lead to. I'm just like, oh, he looks cute.
Yeah. Okay, so you say you think your standards were in the wrong spots.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah, most definitely.
So now you're quicker to like be less tolerable about a dude that just ain't really got shit going on. You can cut somebody off faster.
I'm not the type that's going to offend somebody. I've tried to avoid that because a lot of people don't really take that too well.
Yeah.
So I kind of I will ignore you.
Okay.
And most of the time, even that still gets you disrespected because you're ignoring them. But I'm trying to save you.
The embarrassment.
I've got cussed out by a bum before.
How often do you get that? He's talking about that not that long ago, man. But like, dudes shoot they shot and they don't get the answer they're supposed to, and they just be like, man, what the fuck?
Fuck you then, bitch. Like, you ugly anyways. I wasn't even trying to talk to you.
It
Then.
was I've been through it, so it's.
That shit kills me. So, would you give a man that's not an alpha and aggressive, not so much of a leader, would you give him the time of day, even though he had other traits? Say he had a good job and he could still pay for everything, but he's still asking you what do you want to eat every day. He's letting you pick the meals. He's letting you pick the events, Disneyland, whatever it is you want to go, beach, dinner.
I think the effort in just wanting to do something, it does matter.
So you won't mind calling the shots, then?
Yeah.
So you don't mind that at all
least
in the
he wants
relationship?
to do something.
How long will you tolerate that before he starts taking the lead and doesn't like do anything? Like he's just there existing, just waiting for you to call every day, every event.
Like he
whatever
never
he's
coming
doing.
up with no ideas
Yeah,
to
he
do
don't
something. He's always asking.
He's
your
outgoing.
opinion.
He'll go do what you want to do.
He'll do whatever, but as long as you pick.
But he kind of like the beta yes man. Like he just, I'm gonna just go ahead and just hang out.
I've never been with somebody of that, you know.
So you always pick a leader, like somebody that's always going.
Yeah.
That's a trait that you seen growing up, or that's a trait that like your friends and everybody, you guys are attracted to the same thing, or like what made you be attracted to like an alpha type man, that man wants to do stuff.
Maybe it's just something that I've seen growing up.
You think it's something that's just natural, like
Yeah.
like for women, that's something that they want.
Yeah.
And they friends on the rest.
You said that again?
They friends on the rest.
Not really. I guess I'm not the type. I'm not curving everybody. It's just, approach matters too.
So
You can be geeky or whatever. It just depends on how you approach me.
So why, instead of just giving them a flat out like no number, no social media, nothing, ain't no other way you can get a hold of me, why give them the friend zone instead of cutting them off? How do you as a woman benefit? Like why I'll keep them in the friend. Like I won't cut them off. I'm gonna keep them as a
But
friend.
it's hard to, the ones that we curve, those are, why would we exist without any friends as women?
Yeah, I mean that's how I look at it. I mean like
every woman wants a man's point of view or a man that they can talk to.
Yeah, talk to.
And,
But do you think his point of view is actually honest, being that in the back of his head, I'm trying to smash?
I feel like most of it is honesty. Most of
more a
it.
benefit for him or more benefit for you.
Both.
So you think that he'll give you the right advice?
Like if you come to him and ask him about a
Most
dude,
of
like,
it.
hey, you think this dude's good for me? He like, no, I'm trying to be good for you, but like, no, he ain't good for you. Like he doing this wrong, he doing this.
It could be like a 60%.
What do you think
Honestly.
about getting advice? You rather get dating advice from a man, or you rather get it from one of your homegirls?
I feel like it's equal.
You think it's equal?
Yeah.
Do you think your friends will actually tell you the truth or just what you want to hear?
Not really, because you never know what goes on in today's dating world. It could be somebody they attracted to, and they will not even tell you, and they'll be like, "Don't even talk to him." You know?
She didn't talk
So
to
you think women have intentions like that to give you the curve so she can have a
Make sure
a
you
space?
really? Him that way she has a
Because
chance.
She's always wanted him, but he didn't want her, and he's attracted to you.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Like you knew that initially before you started even asking the questions, or you started finding out that with
I
her?
started finding
I
out.
find out. Okay. So do you think women give women good advice or bad advice?
It just depends who that woman is.
What her intentions is, like, what if she has no connections with the dude, but she has a history of just always getting broke up with all the time, got a few babies, daddies, nothing ever stays stable for her, nothing like that. Would you take her advice?
Not really, but
You just
I
hear
would
her out
take it
and
into
then-
consideration because obviously she knows something if she's, she's been around the block.
But what if she's
But
trying
if
to
she's
get-
making the same choices and ends up in the same situations, you really think she knows something?
Typically, I'm just venting. I'm not trying to be like, girl, what should I do?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So pretty much you just using her just to absorb and you can just
I'm
like
just
let go.
venting,
Okay. So you rather have advice from a man than a woman?
Not per se. It just depends who it is because I have a close relationship with my brother.
Okay.
And-
I mean, I always said that like if you're a woman, you should always get advice from
Oh man.
a man, but not a man friend, not a guy friend.
Yeah.
That's
Like
a
obviously
family
potential.
member.
Yeah, but a family member, a cousin, a
Older
brother,
brother,
a dad,
cousin,
obviously somebody,
dad.
uncle.
Yeah.
That like their intentions with you, obviously, like you're a family member. That they not trying to
They not-
sleep with you
yeah.
or anything. They're gonna give you the real love and what
Their
they feel
intentions
like
are pure.
Their pure intentions are different versus a guy, man. I don't want to see her end up with another dude because that's blocking me. I've been here 2 years in the friend zone. I'm trying to get it too. I'm not trying to give her advice to go lay up with this other dude and he gonna lock you down. I'm cutting myself out. He cutting his own foot off.
Yeah.
So I always tell women all the time, like, you want to get somebody advice from a male that's preferably a family member, because
Yeah.
like
They
have
don't
no
look at you
intention-
that way.
Yeah, they're not trying to gain anything from you.
So I kind of use him somewhat as a wingman when it comes to
Yeah, that's
dating.
cool. Yeah, I've seen women do that. I actually say men do that too. They use their female cousins or something like that to pull chicks.
And he'll kind of, not necessarily pulling anyone, he'll kind of give me advice
Yeah,
on.
go ahead and fill
Like,
a
don't
dude
fuck
out.
with
Like,
him.
yeah, like he
You
can
know?
see stuff that you don't see.
He'll be like, I already know his situation.
Do you take his consideration, or you be like, nah, I'm still gonna
I
find
take
out?
his consideration.
How often
'cause
have you not listened to him and him been right? Like, damn, I should have listened to him.
Most of the time he is right. He knows a lot of people. I know a lot of people. So when I be like, hey, you know, so and so, you know, he's more the honest type, you know. So he gonna be like, oh yeah, this dude, you know. So I kind of take it into consideration on how to handle. I might still deal with that person, but I know how to handle you. It won't go nowhere.
Your approach would be different because you got that information.
Yeah, because certain dudes will withhold information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said it's like I wouldn't be asking a guy for.
Do you think it goes both ways? Females will.
Yeah, because he talks to me, you know, when it comes to females, and you know, I give him female advice, and you know,
He come back to you like, man, that shit didn't work.
I don't think that. No.
Like, man, that was some bad advice.
All right, and say the next 2 years from now, where would you say your goal is for, like, socially yourself and financially for yourself, like being in this, having to deal with this just dating market nowadays? Like, do you see yourself 2 years still being single?
Like, when do you see yourself
just-
settling down? Like, you know, it's time for me to actually get a man and settle down.
I want to be at least settled down by
By what age?
38.
By 38. So everything,
38.
all the years right now, it's more hot girl summer type of city
Yeah.
girl shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I didn't really get to do that in my 20s.
I see a lot of women experience that, especially
Yeah.
if you had kids when you were younger.
At a young age.
You
Yeah.
waste about good,
I wasted
like
about
5 to good 8 years on a dude, and just all your time went by, and you lost your youth. You know, a lot of times, like, not to knock or say anything bad about like women and like being older or anything like that, but like majority of the time, your prime is while you're in your 20s. So having to regain yourself and rebuild yourself in your 30s, like, you don't want to throw away and jump in another relationship. So I know a lot of guys always knock a lot of times saying that like a lot of women shouldn't go through that phase where they dating or whatever they want to call it, cliche hoe phase or whatever. But like, I think a woman has to experience and find out the shitty dude, the middle dude, and then the top tier guy, the high value guy that they should find. I believe that a woman should find that. I know nowadays a lot of guys, like I said, like they looking for the body count and just like trying to write a girl off like, oh no, she been with too many dudes or whatever it is. But I think the woman has to go through the experience to find out what
they
she
really
needs and what she wants. She needs to go through the hurt, go through the middle stage guy where you knew that it was just a physical thing and he couldn't do nothing for you mentally. He was end up being wrong with you, and then you'll find the right type of dude. I think the woman has to go through the experience, because if she doesn't, it lingers in her mind that the guy that she settles with right now, like, is he enough? Like, you haven't been through like enough to like find out. Do you feel like you've been through enough now to where, like, you know, when you come across the right guy, you know you're gonna like this is it, or do you still feel like you're still finding new things out and learning stuff?
I feel like I'm still finding new things out. Good and bad guys come in all shapes and forms, and you never know. I just wanted to just fall on my lap because I'm not looking.
Okay.
You know.
Do you think you have a slimmer chance of finding that because you're in your older stage versus, man, like, guy might want to find somebody like
In their
younger or something like
20s.
that, in their 20s or something like that? Or do you
I feel
feel
like it's more difficult right now because times has changed. Back, you know, 10 years ago, the dating scene has changed. Like,
yeah.
when guys see me, it's more of an image type of thing. And just like everything you just said, it's something that I would want to say to someone. But nobody wants to sit and listen to that.
Yeah. It's just
These
the way it is
dudes
nowadays.
don't want to hear that.
Yeah, no, that's how it is
So
nowadays.
it's like,
Do you think so? You think would you put that down as a main factor? Like that's what's part of what's wrong with the dating scene like nowadays?
yeah.
Yeah.
So how much do you think social media affected the dating game?
it affected a lot, and it's growing.
Do you think?
I would want to have a decent conversation with somebody, but now that I'm on, I really feel like trying to talk to me through social media, I couldn't even give you the time of day. I came across the weirdest guys in my life.
Yeah, like socially awkward. Can't they talk about weird things, or are they just weird? Period.
If you don't respond, they're disrespecting you.
So if you
I've
ignore
came
them.
across the craziest stuff, and it's like,
What's the craziest thing you came across?
Yeah, you like, man, I can't believe you did that.
Like, what the like, hell no.
I came across a guy, I didn't respond to him, so he was like, you're a waste of an abortion.
What the God? The hell?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
As
Damn.
much as I wanted to go back and forth,
Yeah.
but I'm like,
Like,
I'm
what's the
gonna just
point?
block this weirdo.
Yeah. That's
It's-
crazy.
I get the weirdest. It's the weirdest.
Oh man, just take the L. Call it a day.
Yeah.
So, in a few years, you see yourself finding the right dude, or you just so you're not gonna
Settling
look from
for
it at
the right
all. You think you'll end up just settling? You reach 38 and he ain't fell in your lap yet? Like,
Then I'ma still enjoy life. I want to travel, and I want to.
So, what age do you hit that cutoff point where it's like, man, or you not gonna have it? Like, I need at least a companion. I need somebody in my
I
life.
feel like getting a companion ain't hard. It's just keeping one.
yeah. Do you think it's
So-
hard? Do you think it's hard nowadays for women to keep a man? Do you think they're more delusional on thinking that the social attention and everybody being in the DMs and men want to sleeping with them is not the same as somebody wanting to run a family with you? Say you have children with another man and he's going to come take care of you and the children. Obviously, like most women would say, I'll take care of my own kids. Well, obviously you have to, you're a single mom, but like he's going to come and add value to you. Like you guys used to be able to go do this. Now that you guys have two incomes in the house, you guys going to be able to take vacation, family vacations and do extra stuff now, even though the children ain't his. Do you think it's harder like nowadays for a woman to find a man that's wanting to do that versus like all these fuckboys just trying to slide up in your DM and
It's
just
like
waste
more
time?
so 50-50. Because if me and you are talking about it and we vibing and we more so moving towards a relationship, he should already know that, and he should already know that I am a package deal.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I kind of keep that separated. Like, if I'm just vibing with you, then it's just a vibe. But
Yeah.
if I know that we kind of growing, then it's a serious conversation. I look at signs and red flags, and it's just something I'm avoiding because I'm not ready for that.
Okay. All right. I think for the most part we went through all this stuff. You got anything you want to ask?
I pretty much asked everything on the page.
I mean,
You got anything you want to say?
anything you
Any
want to ask us? Anything?
any advice for the guys out there that are struggling to get women?
I feel like don't think too hard, and don't go based off of social media because looks is not everything. But if you so happen to find somebody that does have it, then it's a deal. But 9 times out of 10, you can't get it all.
Yeah. So do you say that even though they're not good at talking, don't have game and stuff like that, do you think they should still like pass up on the opportunity? Should they still just shoot their shot no matter
I
what?
think you should. You still should. You never know what she been through, and you never know.
Mm-hmm.
You might think that she wants a baller or she wants this, but some women just want to be loved and want attention. It's not all about money and what you got, but that's just what social media.
That's what's
perceives.
portrayed on social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you think it's harder to get a girl going through social media than it is to just cold approach? Like if I just walked up to
It
you,
is harder because she's gonna see what do he got.
yeah,
Let me
check
see
out your
his
page. How
followers.
many views you
Let me see
got?
who
How many
he
likes you
is.
got?
And and then it's like you never know if it's a fake page.
Half of it be cap. You don't know.
It'd be stuff like that.
So most of your friends, are they in relationships or single?
I think it's half.
Half? Would you say how they found their man right now and your friends that are single, would they go, like you said, cold approach, whatever it is, off of social media? Is status and clout something that's a major attractor nowadays for dating?
Like they have to have clout or some type of status.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So you think that like the average guy that nobody knows who he is, not that many followers, just like that, he still has the same chance as a guy who has, he's driving the Toyota, but the other guy over here got the BMW, his shit's all right and everything. They have the same amount of chance?
Yeah, because
Without saying any words, just pure image, just looking. They have the same amount of chance, you think?
If he pulled up in a Toyota, I pulled up in a BMW, we both got the same chance.
that's where it goes to show when I was saying we want attention, you know. This dude with everything, he might not even have the time of the day to even spend time with you. And we might settle for somebody that got all the time in the world.
But don't you think the guy that has all the time in the world is not ambitious, don't have as much going as the other guy that doesn't have all the time? The guy that doesn't have all the
But
time,
we're
that's why
not
he's putting in all the work.
perfect.
I
You
get
can't make it seem like, oh, this is what I want and I'm sticking with no. It's all in the movies.
Yeah, I get. A lot of people are just flat out delusional. Like,
Yeah,
just,
it's all in the movies.
Yeah.
Like I would, you know, I'm not the type that go off of all of this, but where I'm headed right now, I'm not settling.
okay.
As much as I would love for, you know,
So right now, like, if the guy doesn't fit these criteria and like have this 3 long strip, like the aggression, being a firm protector and having a good income and having swag and all that stuff, like you ain't even gonna change what you're doing. You're gonna just focus on what you're doing until, like you said, until he falls into your lap. You're not gonna settle.
yeah, I feel like everything is pretty much set, you know, because I feel like I don't want to get distracted, or I've already been through that.
Okay.
You know, when you start dating someone, it kind of throws you off a little bit of what you was
Yeah,
already
your
set
focus.
on.
Yeah. That's true. All right. You have any other questions for us?
How do you guys feel about dating right about now? Is it easy?
I
Do
think-
you rely on social media?
I don't rely on social media. I think it's a lot harder dealing with the dating game because of social media, because it's portrayed as like all the girls want that. They see the Instagram, 100 profiles have the same thing, showing the money, the cars, all that stuff, but half of it be fake. But the girls, they want that. So if you don't have that on the gram, or you're not portraying that, half of them won't even.
Do you ever feel like maybe I should step my social media up?
Nah, I don't do that capping
Ever
shit.
felt that way?
Nah.
I should be more in tune with my social media.
Yeah.
I don't even have a social media.
Yeah, I was gonna say me myself. I don't even have social media, and I actually have somebody. But if I was dating, yeah,
How would you find?
I go off the cold approach. Like if I
Yeah,
see you, I'm gonna go talk to you. I don't.
yeah, I need the organic
Like-
connection.
So say if you wanted to, let me just.
If
need
I
to
jump on
start
social
dating,
media
where
or
would
a
you
dating
go?
app or something like that, it would literally just be for fun, just for the hookup. Just because I couldn't take nobody seriously because I like on how women are just delusional, what they feel entitled to nowadays, and what they feel like is expected, that just the layout right from jump.
Oh, you gotta be.
I couldn't go.
You gotta be 6'4". You gotta make $100,000 a year. You gotta drive a foreign. You gotta do all this. They go off like
Yeah,
you
you
said,
gotta
like
have all
TV.
that-
You gotta have
all
that
that
criteria
status.
before they even open up your DM.
So you would go to social media as far as dating, or you would let me go to the club or the bar.
I'd rather
Which
do
one would you prefer?
I'd rather do social, like straight cold approach, something.
Yeah,
organic.
cold approach. Like if I seen you at the store, you know what I'm saying? I'm at Walmart. I see you. I'll hit you up at Walmart. I wouldn't try to find your Instagram and all that stuff. Or if I approach you and I ask for your number, because that happens a lot. You ask for the number, like, oh, I'll give you my Instagram. Oh, I'm straight because I don't even have no Instagram. So.
Yeah, that's what I would go. Yeah, the dating market nowadays is so much like so.
And
crazy.
then that lets me know if you give me your Instagram and I know that I'm not going to get anywhere because I'm going to be competing with the thousands of DMs that's already in your box. So how are you going to be able to find me? Like, so I wouldn't even play into it. I just be like, oh, I'm straight.
Yeah, it's really really washed down. Like nowadays, it's like everybody
It's
has the same
interesting.
mindset, like what they feel like is expected to them. Like the average girl nowadays, man, got like 13,000 likes, and she only got like 1,200 followers. But because the type
You
of
can take
pictures that she posted,
the most
like,
basic chick that works at a gas station. You look at her Instagram and her likes; they got 400 or 500 likes. They won't even pay it no attention to like someone that doesn't have Instagram. Like, oh, you don't have Instagram? Like, oh, straight.
yeah.
Or if someone hits them up like, oh wait, oh look at their likes. Oh, you only got 200 likes. Shit, I'm doing like 1,000 likes now. I'm straight. Like you ain't even on my level. Your
majority
cloud
of
ain't
time-
up here.
Yeah, majority of the time, a woman wants something biologically like on the same status or same level. Like women don't like to date down, so like yeah, I think it's
I
like
was kind of thinking that at one point, but when I found out a few guys had fake followers,
Mm.
it kind of threw a curveball. So now it's like I'm looking at it
Yeah,
from
now you
all
gotta open your
different
eyes.
angles.
Yeah.
Got that
like,
third
At least
eye
you're
open.
doing that,
these
though.
people are
Yeah.
but a lot of women just don't see that, and they just keep on. They shop it for the wrong type of dudes. That's why, like, I mean, that's why we doing this podcast. 'Cause we just trying to get insight from male to female type thing, and like whatever a woman doesn't know, we want to fill in the gap, and whatever we feel like our male
Men,
followers don't know,
yeah.
we want to ask. So everybody can get the information to know about how to proceed in the dating game nowadays, because it's
The
really
social media
delusional.
thing is crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of people feeling too like they don't know their self worth. That's why like they're stuck going in that circle, that toxic relationship, because like, man, could I do better? Or man, he does do this for me, and like, all right, I'll just hang around, I'll go back, and then the argument cracks off again. It's the same shit, and then they never know that they should have ended up with this dude, that they're worth more. So a lot of times, like a lot of people need like the outside word so they could just wake up and know. Like you can call them out on the shit that they're doing. You know, a lot of times people have friends and family that don't want to get involved, so they won't call them out and tell them like, "Hey, like you need to cut it off. Stop going back. Like it's the same shit over and over." Like a lot of people won't call people out. They just because they don't want to deal with it. And they let their best friends or their family members just like waste a lot of the years of their life a lot of the time.
So what is you guys' dating status right about now?
Right
I'm
now.
single.
Yeah, no, right now, no, I'm not single.
Okay. And why are you single?
Let's see. A lot of it has to do with the dating game nowadays, because more so people go off of the whole social media thing. I don't have a social media, so like I said, if I approach you and you don't give me your number, you try to give me your Snapchat or your Instagram or something like that, I ain't gonna be able to contact you, because I'm not gonna sign up to that just to contact you. When I know, okay, I know there's at least 100 people in your DM trying to talk to you, deal with you, all that
I
stuff.
don't think every female goes straight to, oh, do you have... I've came across mostly guys like, oh, what's your Instagram? Like,
A lot of girls, you ask them for their number and they'll offer you their social media. They won't give you their phone number.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I have changed. I don't give my number out anymore.
Yeah. But do you feel more it's because like you'll give out the social media so that way you can check to see what he's about? It's kind of like a little like personal
Like a preview type of thing.
yeah, like a preview. Like this is application. I'm gonna just look
Like
at his
before
resume.
I see him in like before he comes and picks me up, I could see kind of what his life is like a little bit.
That way you can censor him out already from start. Ain't it
Off of the
easier?
cold approach, because if I approach you at Walmart, you don't know shit. You just know that I approach you at Walmart. You could just judge me from right then and there. You can't judge me from all the pictures I have posted, all that stuff. It's just what you see and what you hear right then and there.
Personally, for me, I feel like I give it out for protection reasons. I don't want you harassing my cell phone.
Okay.
So
Don't you feel like you
and then I
just
might
block
the dude the same way?
Same
you
way
block
on
him?
Instagram?
Still, it's just
Because it honestly goes the same way. They like, I'll even go to the creep route. If they call you and you block them, yeah, they could get a text app and call you and harass you that way. Same with the Instagram. You block my Instagram, I can make a fake Instagram account
borrow
and still
my
try to
friend's
follow
profile.
you, or and borrow his, hit you up, type
I don't
stuff.
think anyone's really going through that extent for a female unless you're a real weirdo.
I mean,
There's a lot of them out
But
there.
they do. But
There's a lot of them
I
out there.
just feel like for me, that's what I do. I don't want to give my number out unless I actually know.
So that's more of a personal thing, like
Yeah.
it's- okay.
All right. Anything else?
Any other question?
Look like she thinking of something. She's like,
For the most part, man, you guys need to absorb this info, man, and apply it to
Listen to
lifestyle,
this out
what
there.
this- see what you guys are doing, man. The lovely lady right here giving you game, and like everybody needs to put it into what you do every day, man. You guys need to do better. Like she just saying right now, there's a lot of like she ain't gonna cut off the 40K guy that's just working at Walmart, but you stay in there and you don't want to do better, then your chance is gonna become slim, and
don't be content with your situation. Always want to do better.
Yeah. All right. Want to drop in your Instagram so they can check you out since you.
You can check me out, Cali Girl Ollie.
All right, it's your Instagram.
That's on Instagram, or
That's on Instagram.
Do you want to share any of the other platforms?
No, that's about it.
All right.
All right, you guys. Out to the next episode. We out.
Yeah.